Hello friends, today I'm going to show you a mouse modeling in Maya. So I'm going to use Maya 2018. If you are a beginner student or artist, you can watch this tutorial till the end and you are going to learn something. Thank you friend for keep supporting me. Please subscribe my channel if you have not yet. So I'm going to bring some good stuff in future. So keep supporting me by subscribing my channel and sharing my content. Thank you so much. Subscribe Nalinkantajena Tutorials channel and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So we are going to model this mouse in Maya. So let's start quickly. Go to Maya here and I'm going to import it into the top view and the side view. I have two different side images. So let's click on this little icon on this top view and browse our image. I think that's inside this concept art folder. Okay, here's the top image, so let's open it and I'm going to do the same thing to bring the side image. So let's do that. Go to concept art, mouse, and this time side. Okay, here you can see both images. So I'm going to select one and move that backward. So here I'm moving this in minus x axis and let's move this in minus y axis. Here you can see I'm moving these images backward so that I can model at this area, at this origin area. And then I'm going to move this side image, side mouse image upward in y axis to make the mouse sit on this line. You can see this bold line, which is my grid here. So now I'm going to take a cube and let's start from a cube. So I'm going to scale it to match the basic shape. So let's scale it and match the length of the mouse from front to back, and then let's match the side from the top angle so that it matches the width. Okay, so basically this, and we can do this as well for the height. So it doesn't need to be perfect, just make sure it approximately alright. And from the top view, make sure the mouse is sitting at the center. I think I need to move a little bit. You can see from this design it should be centered. Okay, so here's my cube. Then I'm going to put some divisions. So let's go to the inputs and put some divisions so that I can start shaping this cube. So let's go to subdivision width, and here I'm selecting this and middle mouse drag to add few edges. So on this width area I'm going to put 4. So here I'm getting 3 edge loops. So let's divide the depth, which is this axis, the z axis. Let's divide that to 4 or 5, something like that. And let's start blocking this model. So here I'm going to this wireframe mode by pressing the 4 keyboard shortcut. And let's move these things. So here I'm using this move tool. You can press W to bring the move tool. And let's match this side quickly. Now I'm in wireframe mode. You can hit the shaded mode, which is 5, and you can turn on the X-ray shading mode. So you can go to shading and turn on X-ray. So with this you can see this transparent kind of effect, which is very cool for doing this type of stuff. So here is the side profile match, and let's do the matching from the top as well. Now you can see from the top it's fully square, having these corners. So I'm going to match this. Basically I'm going to concentrate one side and then we're going to delete and mirror this. So let's turn on the shading. You can do this from here or you can do that from here. I believe that is X-ray, this one. Okay, so let's adjust these things and try to match. Now you can see the mouse is okay from the side view and from the top view. Let's say just imagine this half. but from this angle, from the front angle, it's straight, flat. So we are going to bend, going to get a curve here. So let's push this again. I'm not doing anything this side. Make sure I move this. So try to get this arc here, and then I'm going to face mode. Then let's delete one half, because I'm going to mirror this side to the other side. Okay, so it's a symmetrical model. We can do this. So I'm going to first put this somewhere here. Maybe I need to put this with this design line. Let's match with that. Then we are going to see how to do that. Let's put this as well, somewhere like this. Okay, now I'm going to mirror this to this side. So let's go to mesh and go to mirror option box, reset it, and let's apply it. And by default it's set to X, and that's working here. If it flips in an odd angle, then make sure you are setting the axis correct, because now you can see I need to mirror this to x-axis in this situation. Let's close it. Okay, so now you can see once you mirror, always press 3 as a habit to check if every vertices at the center are merged with each other. You shouldn't see some hard edges kind of look when you press 3. If you see some hard edges kind of look, sharp edges, then that means some vertices are not merged. So you need to merge manually or change that merge settings there, threshold setting. So this is the basic shape we got here. Let me adjust this a little bit to get that curve. Okay, so this is the basic shape. Here you can see a pan. This dark black part is a separate panel from these two. So you are going to first get that edge there, then we are going to extract. So let's first select all these faces, top faces. So let's select, hold shift to add to the selection. Once you have selected, then we are going to get a round loops. So we need a round loops for that. For this line we are going to have a round loops. For that I'm going to extrude. So let's go to edit mesh and extrude. The shortcut is Ctrl E. Okay, here I'm going to adjust the offset. So let's hold Ctrl and drag here. So I'm getting that round loops, and let's move a little bit to have that same curvature there. I think I should adjust the offset a bit. So this is that black part you can see there. You may need to adjust a little bit to match that with the reference image there, but I think this is fine. Okay, when you have some a few edges, it's better to put these vertices a little bit outside of the reference image, because when you press 3 or smooth the object, you can see it loses the volume because we have very few edges. So if you are blocking it, then you might put this a little bit outside the reference image. Okay, so I think here it doesn't match. Let's put it there, and you can see there's a gap, but I think I'm not going to do that gap. So then we are going to extract this and put those details. So I'm going to show you how to put these panel lines, these separation lines. So we are going to do that very easily by extracting this piece. So let's select this face and double click, hold the shift button and double click on this face. to get the face loop selected. So once it's selected, go to edit mesh and extract. So by extracting, you can see now it's separated from this object. Okay, once it's done, then we're going to put those hard lines. So we can do that by extruding the edges inside these border edges. So let's isolate this by going to show isolate select view selected. The shortcut is Ctrl+1. So here I'm going to select this edge loop by double clicking on it. Hold shift and double click on this. Then I'm going to extrude. So you can go to edit mesh, extrude, and here I'm going to extrude with this z-axis, or you can use the thickness as well. So let's use the thickness. So when you drag on this thickness, you can see it's extruding in this z-axis, and to adjust it, hold Ctrl and drag thickness. Okay, so try to memorize this value here, so 0.017 I think. Okay, let's do that with this object as well. Ctrl+1 to isolate, and let's extrude this edge. Hold shift right click to get this extrude edge option as well. You don't have to go to edit mesh and to bring the extrude. Okay, let me use the thickness somewhere 17 I believe. Yeah. Okay, once we have extruded these edges, we are going to put some edge loops, because now you can see when I press 3, yeah, I'm getting that separation lines, but you can put some supporting edge loops to get that hard edge, because now you can see we are missing that hard edge. We don't get that thickness. So we can put that edge loops to make it a bit fit looking. So let's bring the insert edge loop tool by going to mesh tools, insert edge loop tool, and let's put one edge loop here as a supporting edge loop. And when you put a supporting edge loop, you can see it's not evenly spaced from this edge, because you can see here it has a bigger gaps than here. So let me undo by Ctrl+G. So instead of using the insert edge loop tool by default, let's go to the option box, change this relative distance to equal distance. Okay, when you have these settings and you drag and make sure you drag from close to this edge if you want an equal edge to that edge, because if you drag from here, let's say, it's going to equal with this edge loop. So when you drag, you can see it's keep that same spacing. So make sure drag this edge loops to the main edge, okay, like this. And let's do the same thing here. You can see if I do that, this edge loop is not going in this direction, it's going this way, because the face loop is going this way. So here I cannot put an edge loop straight, but I can do one thing. We can select all these faces. So let's hold the tab key and just paint the faces to select these faces, and now I'm going to grow it to select all those boundary faces. So let me close this, go to select, grow, and grow selection. Let's go grow. Okay, so now I have selected these faces, and then we are going to extrude. So let's go to edit mesh, extrude. So whenever you needed round loops, you can select all those faces and extrude offset. So let's offset it, and you will get that round loop. You can see now. And here I'm going to move in z-axis a bit to get that curve there. You can see it's going inward. Move it. Yeah. So now if I press 3, you can see I'm getting a better hard shape here. You can see it's not very smooth. Let's do the same thing here. I can put the insert edge loop tool. So here I'm using the shift and right mouse button to get this marking menu. Here you can see the insert edge loop tool. Let's put that as loop and this is loop, two as loops, and you can see now that partition line is very crisp and clear, sharp. Okay, so I'm going to put one supporting edge loops to the bottom as well. Just select all those faces at the bottom by holding the tab key. You can press the tab key and then you can just paint like this, holding the left mouse and drag to select all these faces. And I'm going to extrude, offset, and you can see I have that round supporting edge loops. And for this side supporting edge loop, I can just use the insert edge loop tool to get that. You can see, so you can see now we have a very smooth object and partition, two separated geometry. Okay, so now I'm going to do this mouse scroll area here. So for that we are going to extrude this area face. So let's do that. Let's select these faces and extrude, offset. So now I can see offset is a very handy tool there. So let's offset that, and here I'm going to adjust these things. So now I'm going to use my axis move tool, axis orientation. So let's double click on the move tool and let's go and change this axis to normal, or maybe you can use the component mode as well. So let's use this one. Again, we can mirror this if you want to. Make sure it's on that curve. This vertex should be on that curve, and let's do the same thing. I'm just doing it temporarily. I might not delete this side and mirror it again. Okay, so then let's do one thing. Make sure this is the size we want there, and there you can see we have a ring, black ring, and then the scroll of the mouse. So for that black ring, I think I need to change it to the world, reset it basically. Scale it. Okay, then we are going to extrude and then offset to get that ring there. You can see, and then I think I need to check that. Yes, now we can extrude this. I think I can do one thing. I can delete this face. So let's delete that face and double click, select one face, double click on the never face, and then we are going to extract this. So extract, and then here I'm going to extrude this edge, those two edges. Let's extrude this. So I'm extruding, I'm trying to make sure that the inside doesn't visible much, and then I'm going to extrude this as well. So let's extrude. I'm using this blue arrow symbol to move extrude in the local direction. Okay, that's fine here. And now we are going to, let's press Ctrl 1 to isolate, bring the insert edge loop tool, put some in supporting edge loops here, and I might put one or two there to make sure this is smooth like that. And then let's put an insert edge loop tool or supporting edge loops here as well. So you can see the pattern, the way I do this different patterns or different fitted, well fitted different panels. So I started doing all those things in a single object. Then I'm extracting and putting insert edge loop tool to hold those shape. Here I need to put one edge loops outside that. Okay, so you can see now how smooth and cool it is. Okay, obviously you can give some more time and adjust these things, but I think these are working. Okay, so for the scroll I'm going to use a simple primitives called torus here, or pipe. So let's start with the torus here, and we're going to rotate by pressing the E key or the rotate tool, and then let's hold J key and rotate 90 degree. You can put 90 degree here as well. So now you can see it standing like this, and then let's put it. It's a huge scroll, so let's decrease the size. You can see real quick we got a scroll there. You can obviously put some details, and then I'm going to do this hole of the hole for the wire. So that wire is going to be somewhere here, so we need a hole here. So I'm going to add some edges here. So I'm going to put an edge loop at the center, and then maybe 2 edge loops to this side. This is going all the way, so I think, okay, so let's put that edge loop there. And here I'm going to extrude this 4 faces. So I need a circle there, so let's extrude an offset. Okay, and let's scale somewhere, move this, make sure these edges are on the right plane. This shouldn't be go inside. So whenever you model, make sure you are looking at from different odd angles, from bottom, from top, not just from front. So now I'm going to select all these faces, and let's use a tool to circularize this shape. So hold shift right, and if you check this macro menu, you can find some option called circularize components. Use that. You can see it turns to a circle, and let's scale it. Quick way to get circle shape, and I will recommend to have at least 4 faces to get this circle. Okay, once I get this, then let's extrude, have a supporting edge loops first, and then I'm going to extrude it again, this time going inside, extrude it again by pressing the G key. G is the repeat of any action you just did. I can extract these existing faces to make the pipe. So let's go to edit mesh, extract. So this is my body. Let's press 3 and check the circle. You can see. Okay, then let's do the pipe here. For the pipe, I'm going to create a curve first. So let's go to create curve tool, CV curve tool, go to the top view, and here from here I'm going to create curve. So just left click to create a curve. You can see to get a points, curve points, and here you can see when you put a curve points, you can just move the mouse to position these points. Just hold the left key, don't release the left mouse button, and drag to move this. If you release the left mouse button, then you can hold the middle mouse down, then move these things. So let's create a curve. Once you are done with the curve, then you can press enter to create the actual curve. Okay, let's position it to the center of that shape there, and let's select that face, those faces, and then the curve. So I just selected like this. Select these faces, then shift select this curve. So this selection order is very important, so make sure you select the faces first, then the curve, then go to edit mesh and extrude. So when you extrude like this, it always follow the curve, but here it's not, because we don't have any divisions in between the extrude. So we just need to come here and increase these divisions to match with that curve. So you can drag like this, and you can see I cannot increase more than 25, but we can put here by just manually typing. Let's say 50, enter. You can do this. Okay, like this. So now you can see it looks hard as kind of shape, so we can go and use the smooth operation, or we can just go mesh display and soften the edges. So I think by this way we are not increasing the poly count, so our system is not going to feel the stress. So I think this is the better way. And then for this, obviously we are going to smooth or press 3. So yeah, I think we have done something wrong here. You can see accidentally I have extruded this face, I think. So to correct this, I need to delete all these faces. I think, yeah, delete. And now I need to fill this by just selecting this, double click to select this boundary, and then let's go mesh and fill hole. There should be an option, okay, to fill that hole, that boundary. So I think this is a very simple mouse, but a very good practice to do this kind of paneling details. So you can use this concept to create any kind of complex panel type of details by modeling a basic shape, and then by putting edges and extracting, putting insert supporting edge loops. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this video will help you if you are a beginner artist or a student. Thank you very much for your support. Because of you my channel is growing slowly. I really appreciate your love and respect and support. So please keep supporting me. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe so that I can help you more. So see you next time. Bye bye. Subscribe Nalinkantajena Tutorials channel and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video.